your daughters, are they married?
Who's your son? Okay.
And then me and Joanne were good friends.
Oh, yeah. Joanne, my wife, was good friends.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
So, because they went on trail rides and stuff, but my parents didn't make it.
Next door to Joanne, back on the fourth. Is that what you're talking about?
Jay,
Jay, I mean, yeah.
so my parents, I live there now with mom.
Gotcha.
I lived in Judy's house.
Yeah. I remember, yeah. Gotcha.
I'm going to step outside and have a cigarette here, folks, so just bear with me. Oh, there he is. How are you, sir?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
I'm just fine. And your name?
Alan.
I'm Damon Barnes.
Nice to meet you.
I'm your Texas Elite 3%er,
Okay.
zone commander with the Texas Elite Militia.
So what do you do?
Try to serve my community the best I can. Okay.
Okay.
And we can talk in public or we can have a seat.
It's up to you.
Okay, yeah, because I'm kind of, I'm kind of crippled. But
sure, whichever's more comfortable for you.
anyway, why I'm here today is because I'm doing a constitutional First Amendment audit.
Okay.
Some terrible things have happened to me in Santa Fe since 2006. They call me the lawnmower man. And for years, illegal charges and with me driving my agriculture farm equipment and servicing my community up and down. I'm well known. You can see me coming from a mile away, is what they say. Okay. Everybody knows me. I didn't mean to become so popular, being disabled and supplement my income. But, I enjoy it. I clean the culverts. I used to. No, I'm out of business now.
Okay.
Through the corruption of Santa Fe. But we won't go there with that. But I was in this office back in 2018 to talk with Joe Dixon about maybe getting reimbursed after I proved that I wasn't breaking any laws with what I was doing. You don't have to have a license to drive a garden tractor with a cart. You don't need a license for it.
Okay. So is this something that you received a citation for previously?
Oh,
is that what you're saying?
So many times.
And so it went through the courts process?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Through JP2, through Judge Nelson.
Okay.
Which finally, my failed attorney, Paul Houston LaValle, that put a $3.5 million lawsuit on the city of Santa Fe, along with the police department for breaking laws like the American Disabilities Act, cruel and unusual punishment. They tried to bait me in the police car when I tried to call the police to give them a heads up about us being attacked by Antifa, and it was nationwide during the early elections in October with Hillary and Trump. And I took over the responsibility of patriotism. I have 27 flag walks in my community in front of Orleans. I don't know if you've ever seen me before.
I don't think so. But I'm pretty new. I've been here 7 months.
Well, everybody knows the lawnmower man, unfortunately, especially the police. But what happened to me, you can read about me. I'm in the newspapers. I'm in the Houston Chronicle and as well as the Galveston County News, written by Jim Ferguson. But the two articles are not alike. I was thrown into the political arena.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
People who don't expect to be political or suddenly become it. Sure.
Right. Especially when you stand up for justice for all. I was done very unjust by Santa Fe with what they did. I'm not going to mention the defendants.
Right, sure. When something happened, it worked its way through.
Yeah, but you can read after I leave. You can Google me.
Okay.
Or you can call. You can call.
If everyone knows you, I'm sure I can ask it.
You can call. You can call the police chief Braun. Already got a call in him today, and I'm
What
this.
can I do for you today?
Okay, what you can do for me is I waited for the new chief to call me back. I'm a little shaky because I got a little bit of a head injury where I was hit by a DWI driver. So, and I'm 62 and my nerves are shot because I've been through a lot.
Yeah, not a problem.
But I haven't quit. I may be broken, but I'm not in pieces yet. But anyway, what I want to do, I called Braun, Chief Braun,
Yes, sir.
like I called Meadows in the past. Like I tried to get Jason Tabor. I had false promises that were broken left and right with me resolving my issues and try to get recompensated for all the illegal tickets and incarcerations and the towing of my private property, which, by the way, you get your lawnmower towed. It's just like a car. It costs you $295, $300 to get it out, and then $25.
Makes sense. I guess the same tow truck. Sure.
Right. But I could tell you so much more, but I can't. But I'm here for a reason, because now we got a new reign. A lot of people that were involved in my major federal lawsuit out of the 504th District Court are no longer around. Jason Tabor retired. Joe Dixon retired. Never got phone calls back. Never got my meetings with Meadows to put an end to all the illegal citations.
When was the last time you got a citation? Do you still receive them?
No, because I don't drive the lawnmower anymore.
So this has still been from 2018, you said?
A period from 2006 up to 2019, 2020. And it just, there was times where I couldn't work because I was waiting to prove my case time and time again. Never paid a dime towards the citations. All the tickets dismissed, over 8, 9, maybe, I don't know, I lost count. But I did prove my case. And even to the time when I tried to protect the community in October by giving them a heads up about the threats we were getting.
Before the election, right?
Yeah, they charged me with false felony charges of being in possession of firearms because they had no agenda to protect our polls in Santa Fe after and you know as well as I do, everybody knows after a mass shooting, there's another one right behind it, usually in the same area. So those who know the truth, we can't sleep. And we put our boots on and we try to, like I did, I took over the zone here, especially my community, Santa Fe, where my grandchildren are today, where my mother passed away January 8th, God bless her heart. I took over the patriotism and didn't mean to say I don't want to be nobody's hero. You got to be your own hero when it comes down to what you believe in.
Do what you know to be right.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not against law enforcement. I support constitutional policemen, constitutionalist judges, people that respect what I try to do.
Sure.
And not shun me and make it into something I'm not. And you'll see that when you read.
So what is it you do?
Okay, what I do, it's what everybody should do. When you're done wrong, and it's by people who sworn to take an oath to help you and resolve and rectify matters, don't help you, and they become part of
they're
your.
giving you citations for these things that you were doing that weren't unjust.
Right.
You said that.
And held and due to the fact. Even with your job, you have privilege immunity.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I'm beholden to the law just like everybody else. I certainly act like.
Well, right.
So
but they're really the convention of the Constitution conventions are looking at changing that law because there's some policemen think they can get out there and do what they did to me. Roast me alive in the back of a car, put me in the emergency room, put me in the hospital.
You said that.
Attack me in my hospital bed.
Right, that's the stuff that went through Judge Nelson's call.
No,
right?
no. that happened after my arrest.
Oh,
And while I was being arrested.
okay. So these things happened. You said, and all these things that happened to you that shouldn't have happened to you at the hands of the city of Santa Fe, and that's what you went to Judge Nelson's court to.
Now, I didn't go to George
No,
Nelson.
you didn't?
They were served. In fact, I couldn't put the lawsuit on. I was going to sue them for all the damages done with me and out-of-pocket expenses, the threats personally made to my mother that she knew they were wrong, and calling up the police station, won't you just leave my son alone? He hasn't done anything. Every time you see him on the lawnmower, you're always after him. You're always writing him. My family's helped me and supported me beat these tickets with attorneys out of Houston.
Right.
Okay. And with orders, Ellis Artigo refusing to see the truth and believe the truth and want me to plead down to something else and just, pay you money, be a good boy, pay you money.
Right.
And I didn't. I beat them every time. And it developed a bad response from the police. They got an attitude with me. I'm sure there's a picture of me in their break room with a dartboard on it with a photograph of me.
I've been to the break room. There's not one.
I understand what you
mean. You feel like if they constantly see you, and they're
that's a
constantly,
conspiracy theory.
Right, but if they see you all the time, they say, "I'm going to just talk to this guy."
I'm an easy target. I'm an easy target. But no one ever challenged them. I was never breaking the law to begin with. I had thousands of dollars out of my pocket. Now I don't have. I had to go out of business.
So what happens to bring you in today?
Because I wanted to talk with you because I'm going through my tactical civics that we use the constitutional laws to be able to come in here and film.
Absolutely, yes.
Everything we see.
Yeah.
Okay. And in some places, we really have a hard time doing this.
Yeah, there's some places, obviously,
you have to know the law.
Social Security.
You have to know the law, and I'm so happy not to see a policeman here right now saying I'm harassing you, because I'm not.
You're not harassing me.
I'm just giving you the absolute truth.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a government building,
right.
As you know.
Right.
We're here to serve you. That's
right.
exactly why we're here.
You're doing your job.
Taxpayers' money.
You know what? You're doing your job,
absolutely.
And you know what? I really respect you for that.
I appreciate it.
You'll never have a problem with me.
Yeah, no, I think we're on the same page. I mean,
okay,
I'm here to serve. You're here to be served.
So here's the deal today.
Yes.
I am going through the first stage of getting explicit permission and I'm waiting on another phone call that Chief Braun is very late returning back to me with some very serious issues I've got with his police department. Okay. As of today.
So today they did something to you?
No. I can't talk to you about what happened recently.
That's fine.
But I can tell you. I can talk to you about the past. But you know what? The past has no future.
The past is gone. But there's a current issue.
Right. So my goal is to finally end the stalking, the harassment, the just total disrespect for trying to respect them. And being tossed around like a rag doll. Very recently I was. Yeah. And how are you going to win if you quit?
Well, yeah, I'm the same as you. I'm very principled. And if it's not right, you need
now,
to
most people,
right.
You man to man, I say, how you doing today, sir? I'm okay. But deep inside, a person can tell if you are or not. And no man really gives a damn about another man, how he's doing or not. You know why?
I'm not quite that cynical.
Well,
but yeah, I mean, sometimes it is the case.
Not unless something happens to them, then they want everybody to care. Right?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean,
most of the time.
I think most people who work for the government,
I
do care how other people feel. I mean, that's why I'm here.
You know how many times I've gone into a bar and I had a few drinks and trying to tell them a story and read my paper. No one wants to hear that shit. We're here to get drunk.
Depends how many drinks you've had, right? Yeah. Exactly.
No, just
yeah. I know what you mean.
Join me. Let's do this audit together. They're scared to death to come near me. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they're scared. They're scared of the police. They're scared of their own shadow. They line up like sheep to pay their tickets after the COVID. I was in JP2 after the COVID, fighting another bad ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. Waited 2 years to go to court. They had a warrant out for my arrest. Never sent the paperwork for me to come to court. Didn't send it to my mailing address, which I made sure twice they had it because no one was going to court for about 2 years.
Right. It was really weird there for a while.
Okay. So when it come time to go to court, I said, it's 2 years. I want to get this over with. I want to get this done. I'm tired. And then I haven't heard from them. I'm just going to drop in and find out about my ticket. Well, there's a failure to appear on me. I had a warrant out for my arrest for failure to appear. Because I never, and
right, you didn't know that.
And they've been talked to the clerks 2 or 3 times about, when's my court date? Just, we'll send you something soon. They sent it to the Hitchcock instead of my mailing address here in Santa Fe, which I use as a P.O. box.
We have the same issue here. You can't mail it right to the city hall. It has to go to a P.O. box.
Okay, but good thing I did stop. It's a good thing I did stop.
Right.
Because I got rid of that FTA.
Exactly. Stopping by shows you're not hiding it. I'm not running from you. Here I am asking you about it. Exactly.
Well, I don't want to be sitting there at home, with a cold bourbon and Coke in my hand or something, and eating my dinner and petting my dogs, and there's a knock on my door with a constable saying, "Mr. Burns, you have a warrant," and blah blah blah,
right,
and take me to jail for something I didn't know there was a warrant on me.
So I know you can't talk, or you don't want to talk about what the issue at the moment with the police department. Is there anything else going on that I can help with?
Yes, sir. I'm waiting. Like I said, I'm just waiting on for a call from Chief Braun about some other issues. I'm not at liberty because they don't involve you. They do not involve you.
Legal matters, I involve as few people as possible.
Right, right, and it's a personal matter with me. Okay,
yeah.
And I ain't no crybaby. I just want to resolve, and I want to be happy.
Of course.
And I wish they'd pay me a little bit of compensation out of my lawsuit, but they keep fighting and haven't corrupted judges dismissing it because someone's eyesight problems and I put criminal charges on the officers, and the last thing a woman did working for Jack Rody is walking out the door and going into private practice and desk my criminal charges that were very true, because I'd be in jail today for putting false charges on a public servant, and they were true. And there's so much more I could tell you. They involved the Texas Rangers, but I can't. But anyway, I've got the truth. I kept climbing the hill, and I won. And I won. I got the truth. And
that's the important thing.
They don't want me to have it. They don't want me to have it, sir. So
I'm not sure.
It's not going to stop. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to leave Galveston County, even though all 14 of my grandchildren live here.
I will say, as you know, I'd hate for you to be run out of Galveston County.
I know. No one's running me off. I'm willing to leave.
I don't want you to not feel
Believe me.
Welcome.
Believe me. I'm ready to go do I'm 62. I'm ready to go do my bucket list and be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Start knocking some things off.
Okay.
So I know you're waiting for a call back from Chief Braun.
Right. I'm waiting for a call back from Chief Braun, where I can get permission from City Hall. You run the show.
To a degree.
To a big degree.
Obviously, City Council and Mayor.
Well, you have a lot of pull, and I'm sure you can call Police Braun and have him call me back, because I'm not. It takes Chief Braun's a busy man.
Yeah.
Okay. He serves an oath to we the people.
Right.
Okay. And
so what you really need from me is to help you get in contact with the chief.
Me and the chief. I've never met the chief where we can shake hands like me and you shook hands, exactly. Okay, and have a good rapport, and you kind of have respect for what I'm trying to do. And it's not only for myself; it's for everybody in this.
No, I completely agree. I've always lived my life.
Right.
I try and do the right thing. Other people should do the right thing.
So if you got oath breakers instead of oath keepers, and even now still coming after me. I can put a paper bag and come in and go in that police station, and they know who I am. That's how well they know.
Okay. Yeah, I can contact him and do that.
So,
and I can also give you my business card in case
yes, sir,
to
yes,
call
sir.
me and,
But
and ask for,
just if you
follow
could,
up on
if
it.
you could really help me do a constitutional audit with Chief Braun, and I will be filming.
I'm not entirely
That
sure
I'll
what
be
a
filming
constitutional
there.
audit with Chief Braun is.
No,
But obviously,
I'm
talking to him and recording, I
you know,
feel
like they
we're
got
in public space.
no, they
Absolutely.
got a little section that I've had problems in, and I want him to go in there and explain what that room is, and how it's recorded and audioed, and when you
Is it like an interview room or something like that?
no, it's where they take you before they put you in the back to the jail,
Oh, like a
inside the
booking
jail.
area.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
booking area to read you to see if you're what you call a sovereign citizen or not. You know, are you a sovereign citizen? Blah blah blah. You know, they really feel you out. When
Before
you're
they put you in the cell, make
when
sure you
you're
have any medical
when
problems,
you're a
yeah.
patriot like me since 1776, and this is our
Right, the antithesis of a.
if
of
you
a
ever
sovereign
seen
citizen.
that.
I don't think I have.
Okay, it's the 13 stars that the first 13 stars that represent the 13 colonies of
Sure.
Virginia, and the 3% of patriots that gathered to defeat the British to give us our sovereign nation to begin with, which gives us the freedoms of, and we're one of the greatest countries in the world for defeating the British, and that's why we have Independence Day. It's my favorite holiday.
I've been here for years. I don't have the accent, but I've been here for years. Yeah.
Right. But that's who we are, and we're still intact. I'm one of the original 3%ers that still believes in justice for all, and people who that takes an oath to the city or a commitment towards the people. A lot of them have a tendency to forget they work for us. We don't work for them.
I agree.
Okay, so and cops are human beings. Policemen, law enforcement officers, they're human beings. They make mistakes too. Okay, some of them aren't perfect. Some of them were bullied in high school, and that's why they became policemen.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like
And then
I make mistakes. I make mistakes every day.
And then you got your bully cops, and you got your good cops, and you got your good cop, bad cop.
Like every
They
other job.
play good cop, bad cop all the time. And you don't know what kind of cop they are. I know a few of them, quite a few of those.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But
So
if you could call our Chief Brown, he's got my phone number.
Yeah.
I talked to his secretary already.
Okay.
You can call the secretary and just.
Well, he knows who you are, right?
Oh,
so I'll say I spoke to.
Really?
Tell me your actual name again.
Damon.
Damon.
Damon
Okay.
Burns.
So I'll say the lawnmower guy, but
Yeah,
I want to know who you actually
just tell him.
Damon. Okay.
Just tell him the lawnmower man, Damon.
Well, still, I prefer to agree. Yeah, so I'll tell him I spoke with you,
But
and he needs to get a hold of you,
right,
so that you can understand what that room is really for, and what goes on in the room. Is that what you're saying?
I just want I wanted to take some areas where I had the problems where I was never given the video of where I was standing there and where I drove up on my lawnmower to dispute the false charges they put on me, which the grand jury refused because I'm not a convicted felon like they claimed. I'm not a domestic terrorist. There's no record.
I mean, with that tattoo, probably not.
There's no domestic. I got one domestic thing between me and my son 20 years ago. Okay, I'm a legal gun owner. I still don't have my guns. Yeah. I've got a police report where my guns were supposed to be returned to me, and I met the man when they just arrested me here recently. But and met the man that was supposed to make arrangements to bring back my ammo and my guns. And when they kicked my door in and went to the pawn shop,
you still don't have it back, your shirt. Do you know who that was?
Eccleston or something. He used to be.
Maybe it's not one of ours.
Yeah, he's one of yours. He's still there. He used to be a detective, but he's not anymore.
Is it Enoch?
Yeah.
Enoch. Okay.
Yeah, it's Enoch.
Okay.
Knock.
Yes.
Good one. Anyway, I've got the original police report. I know the players involved. I know the players involved with the DA's office. Yeah. I gave Jack Rhodey orders to do his job and make Jennifer Otrott do her job. I ordered the Texas Rangers to come down here and do their external investigation to help protect me before they tried to shoot me in Hitchcock.
The Rangers?
No,
Oh, I was going to say, yeah. the
Hitchcock
Rangers,
Hitchcock police with a corrupted sheriff that colluded with Santa Fe to end the lawsuit. And I got a videotape of that and got 13 copies of it that's been sent all over this nation to protect me.
Yeah.
I've already called all the media.
It's terrible you find yourself in this situation.
Well, and refused an external investigation because they desk my true criminal charges against some officers that's still here today that has no right serving this community or the public ever.
Yeah.
And they're still here. And every new policeman that comes on board, there's the dartboard. They find out real quick who I am because I'm still here. And I want to leave out of here so
yeah,
bad.
for whatever it's worth, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
So
I'm just telling you a little bit about
me.
me.
I'll ask around me because that's. I mean, it's odd. I mean, I know you've been living it. It's a lot to take in at one go. I mean, yes.
My life has been destroyed. It's a living hell.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like to think that there's.
I have to sleep like
my picture on it.
After the video I've got that my new attorney's going to see.
Yeah.
Real soon.
Okay.
And he'll be the only one that's been willing to watch it. Not the police chief out of Hitchcock. Not Braun. I've asked them all to watch it. I asked the DA to get up off their butts and go get it themselves. It takes them 7. I didn't talk to Henry Trussett. I know them all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes kind of hard. But yeah, I mean, if what you really need is to try and get
when you get assigned a Texas Ranger after filing a criminal package, okay, this is what I'm dealing with on a timeline with a bootlicking attorney that's done. Handed down attorney. I didn't ask for him. I got stuck with him from a failed attorney that had to deal with his own legal problems. I lost my attorney.
Okay.
Has done nothing to help me, and I'm fixing to have to go to state bar with him and cause him some real pain.
And that was on like your assigned attorney.
No, this attorney that I was paid $500 to take over my failed attorney's clients.
Oh, okay.
That's never handled probably a federal civil suit in his life. He's a court-appointed attorney, and all he cares about is $500. Wanted me to join Antifa. Wanted you down here celebrating Cinco de Mayo with me and Antifa, and he's a clown. There's nothing professional about him. He's the biggest clown I've ever had to deal with, and I'm fixing to fire him. Unfortunately, he's got to represent me with one of my tickets I got for driving invalid for helping a friend that had a stroke. I usually drive a lawnmower. I haven't drove a car since 1999. And it was a catch-22, helping another human being, my 18-year friend, and getting him to the doctor and doing his laundry and getting his meds and because he had no one to pull him up out of the box, so he was by himself. That's what we do. We don't leave nobody behind when we care about you.
Yeah, pitching in, exactly right.
Okay, and I don't know you, but if you ever needed my assistance, if someone was beating the tar out of you and I seen it, God help them.
Well, I appreciate it. That's what
they better hope the police.
Everyone should look at
they
it.
better hope. They better hope.
Nice.
They better hope the police gets there before whatever.
Understood.
Real soon, they'll be begging the police to get there to get me off of them. But I'm not violent.
Well, hopefully not.
No, I'm very protective over my community, and I love my community. I love Santa Fe.
Yes, what I would say is, I think what's
I love to stay here, but I'm sorry, I've got to try to get out of here. I've been trying to get out of here, and through all the litigation and the constant going to jail illegally and paying.
And you have one life to live.
Paying attorneys.
You need to enjoy your life.
Okay.
But like I said, I appreciate how principled you are. I will say I can contact Chief Braun.
Yeah, because when I show up and I start filming, I want Chief Braun to know. I need to know when I can come.
Yeah.
Okay. And to back off all these unconstitutional policemen I had problems with, not to bother me.
Have you met Chief Braun before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. I mean, really decent guy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He was the chief over the school.
In the school district.
Yeah, right. when the school shootings.
Yeah, so thoroughly decent guy. I can contact him to make sure that he contacts you, and then he can take it from there.
Well, I've already got a phone call into him today, but
yeah. So before you leave, I'll give you my business card, so you can always call me in case.
Last time I talked to Chief Braun was about a month ago, trying to obtain some sort of secret sealed police report that I wasn't allowed to have concerning the 2018 incident, which you can Google, and I hope you read my stories.
Yeah, and I can ask about you. I mean,
Okay, but
as you might
yeah,
mention,
I haven't
coming
heard.
into it
I
not
haven't
knowing,
heard. Maybe he's been busy.
I mean, possibly, but coming into it not
Yeah.
knowing who you are, not knowing your backstory,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It feels like there's a lot that we can do to
It's
help improve things.
I
Right?
had to. I lost my phone. I couldn't pay the bill. Take care of my sick buddy. I had to let go of a lot of things to accommodate a person in my life because I'm on limited income and I got so much else I've got going on than having to worry about. But that's just me.
Right.
I took an oath too.
Well, it's nice that even on that you're still trying to look out for others.
Right.
I mean, so that it speaks a lot to the character.
Right.
So
but I'm tired, and I've been wanting to leave a long time from here and just walk away from it.
And it's also getting so expensive.
Yeah, I just want to walk away from this. I want to go deeper into the country, and do some fishing, and come back and visit my grandkids because I don't see them very often.
Right.
With what's happened with me, it's caused me a lot of family problems. Why don't you just walk away and leave? And I said, when you got attorneys saying they want to bury you, no, they're not going to quit leaving you alone. They put you in a situation where you can't quit. Now I'm in a situation where I can't leave because they won't compensate me with any. I gave them a reasonable offer. Okay, Heflin, I think is the city attorney, or Heflin.
I think they recently changed attorneys. It hasn't been Heflin since I've been here.
Okay,
well,
anyway,
it's somebody else now, but
my attorney admitted he worked with them against me. I never seen one day in court in 4 years with my federal civil suit. Not even a Zoom hearing. Not allowed to participate. Denied a jury trial. The Constitution says
it's one of the guarantees. Absolutely.
Right. Now a judge can rule against from you having a jury trial, but it's usually against big corporations making a decision on how much money they're going to get. They don't leave it up to the jury to decide that. The judge decides that, and then they exclude the jury.
Right, but a right to a jury, for the jury of your peers, a right to a jury trial
my case gone.
Is one of the Constitution, as you know.
My case is gone. I had to appeal it on a pauper's appeal. It's in the Fifth Circuit now. My lawsuit is null and void still, even after appealing it. You know why? Because I got a lawyer that admitted he worked for them and was 85 days late.
And he's the one you're reporting, right?
85 days. My lawyer was 85 days late. The one that I got put on a silver platter that has no idea, he has no intentions of helping me win, but work for them. And he told me, join us. Go buy dope for the cops. Join us.
That's strange.
Hey man, he's nuts.
He may well be. Anyway, so I'm gonna go get my business card for you.
But
so you have my
okay. But anyway, I'm not meaning to take too much of your time. But
no, I'm happy to do it. I mean, your Mondays are busy.
Now,
I'm happy to help.
Now I'm sure I made your day very interesting. But now, and I'm calmed down a little bit now.
For whatever it's worth, but I genuinely do like helping people. I genuinely like this kind of thing. I know you think it's an imposition.
I don't.
It really isn't. It's annoying. It's hard to hear the story of somebody who feels that the city in which they live isn't looking out for them, isn't doing the right thing.
I put so much.
That's the hard thing. For me. It's not really the helping people. It's more. I shouldn't have to help it. It shouldn't have reached the point where you're that exasperated, out of options where you want to leave the county.
I've got letters from a man named Harmon David that's known me for a long time. That wrote me a personal recognition letter to help me. I've had people call the Santa Fe police. I've had people stand at O'Reilly's when I was going to jail and handcuffed on my lawnmower. Why don't you just leave him alone? You better back off and don't interfere with my stop, my business, or you're going to go to jail too. People in my community that knows what they've done to me, and that's why the dartboards. Okay,
I understand.
But they're cut because they're like a cat. covering up in the box. They're trying to cover up their own.
Yeah.
And they always want to shine.
That's why you have to have the reporting, right? So you just never know how things are going to play.
Well,
So
right.
I
So,
get that.
yeah, so I want to do this with the police chief walking beside me. And the conversations, and it's going to go a lot deeper with him
Right. I mean, understanding
than what we're
course,
talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. You can't tell me about it, and I respect that.
Yeah.
It's the wrong venue anyway. I mean, if it's a law enforcement matter, it's more personal.
Right.
That's between
But
the police and the courts.
I'm just trying to get it all cleared up. I don't have to drive my buddy anymore because I had to call his brother, and he was reluctant to come get me. He's happy to come get him now. You know why? Because I completed my buddy's Social Security benefits claims for him. He's supposed to get about a $6,000 to $7,000 back paycheck and a monthly check now, and
that's really good.
And I saved him from the University of Houston campus hospital where he couldn't live there. They said he was in the ICU, and they wanted to wheel him into a homeless shelter. And
so I ask you, you don't have to answer, but when you're out there, like you said, you're riding like your tractor or your lawnmower or whatever, why do they arrest you? Like, what are you being arrested for? Is it
driving while invalid, driving in suspension.
It is like traffic violations on.
It's like not having a license.
Okay.
They told me I need a license for it, even though I proved multiple times, even in their own courtroom, even in Galveston County. The day they took me to jail back in October 9th, when I was going to confront them about them telling me I was a convicted felon when I offered to protect the polls and help guard the people. And I told them I was a gun owner. I said, if you don't have an agenda, I'll do it for you. And they didn't like it. They took it as a
It's
threat.
such a hard thing with elections because you never really quite know who's doing it. So on one hand, it's nice to have somebody who is a patriot looking out for the integrity of elections, but we need to make sure
They laughed at me.
They
said,
absolutely are the right person.
They laughed at me. 3 phone calls. That was their answer.
I mean, what separates us from places that don't have democracy, right? It's the right to peacefully go.
Mr. Burns, if you see something, just give us a call, Mr. Burns.
That's normally what I would tell people too. We had a couple of people a few elections back.
Then
asked off to guard the polls.
They called.
Typically, it can be misunderstood.
They don't want to wait like they did. I'm sure Chief Braun don't want to wait. If Chief Braun would have been the police chief, then he'd probably said, "Thank you, Mr. Burns. We'll call the sheriff's department, even though it's a county building."
Yeah.
But guess what? Guess what? Sits right here in the middle of Santa Fe, that county building does. It's in Santa Fe city limits. Even though it's a county building, but the Santa Fe police says, "Oh, we don't have to protect this county. That's county. Well, but
I don't know the last
but wait a minute. But yet Santa Fe can go out in the county and write us a ticket for driving without a license or no insurance, or if you're drunk. Okay, they can go out in the county and make money in the county, but they can't protect we the people of the voting folks.
I will say, I assure you, we're not writing tickets for.
Guess what?
Yeah.
I got hung up on when I brought that point up with the sheriff's department. Mr. Burns, that was 4 years ago. Well, it's still happening now.
Yeah, the state is pretty good at nowadays, I think, shutting down those departments, those police departments who are just out there for revenue. We don't do that here. You can look. We don't issue very many citations at all. But yeah, I don't take up all of your day. I do have some other things going on.
But if you know what, I'm doing the right thing, and I'm trying to become. I'm already a target, and I don't want to be a bigger target. And if they want to, I'm going to do this one way or another, without permission, because it's my constitutional right to do so.
Well, and like you said, though, I mean,
but I'd rather do it.
Chief, we're both public servants.
I'd rather do it.
Here to serve the
I
public.
would rather do it in a good way, and show the chief, hey man, Mr. Burns isn't such a bad guy, And I would tell him exactly why, and he will. He knows why I want to do it. He knows I need to photograph where I went up there to protect myself on my lawnmower and drove it up there and was followed there with the same policeman that threatened to put a blue warrant on me for being the felon that I wasn't, and then actually ordered a policeman to go get the hottest car in the back and pull it up front and put me in it and it could have killed me. It could have. You ever seen what happens to dogs in the parking lot in Walmart with the windows all up?
Yeah, dogs and babies die all the time.
I guarantee you, sir, I didn't have a thermometer in that car, but it was about 12:30, 1:45 in the afternoon, and that car was baking at least 125, 130 degrees.
I bet you it's more than that. My car now tells me how hot it is inside in the summertime, and it gets to 140 easy. I mean, it's Texas.
And
it's a hot place anyway, and in a car.
I don't know how long I was in there. I know I was in there long enough, but I was having a hard time breathing. I think I was going to go into some convulsions. I've got a bad heart.
That's terrible.
And not only that, I'm disabled, and it comes underneath one of the amendments of cruel and unusual. I never got the tape on that, and I'm fixing to go down there.
I mean, but
when I do my audit,
if you're in a scorching hot car in Texas, that's
when I do my audit, and I'm going to request all the tapes from then, not all the lawnmower tapes, because I beat them already in court.
Yeah.
I wasn't guilty of breaking the law. I can get on my lawnmower right now and go down the side of the road on the feeder. No. I go down the feeder. I go right back to work. But once you're used to working in a community with a police department, they're going to continue to make a target out of you as many times as they have with me. And have my attorney said they're not going to leave you alone. They're going to come after you till they bury you.
I understand.
So that's why I'm here.
Well, I appreciate that. You're doing exactly the right way. It's a terrible backstory, but yeah, if there's something going on now, you're right. The police chief would be a great place to start.
Well, this was a good. Since I didn't get a hold of the chief,
right? You couldn't get a hold of the chief. You started at the right place. You couldn't get a hold of him. I have
to go through the chain of command.
Right. I can get a hold of the chief. We can get the chief to contact you,
Sir,
and then you can work.
I've been trained with tactical civics. I know what I'm doing.
I've never heard the term tactical civics. I'll look that up too.
Yeah, well, we'll do that because
I will. But either way, I mean, I think it's right. We're here to help you. Sometimes we can help you more than others.
It's tactical. It's tactical civic tactics that citizens can take to get rid of, like Hitchcock's got a bad ordinance, city ordinance, where no one can live in the trailer for over 90 days in the city of Hitchcock in the trailer park. Bullshit.
Really?
Bullshit.
I've never heard of one like that.
Bullshit. But yes, it's there, underlined in yellow, and they made me read it when they colluded with Hitchcock and had the city of Hitchcock come out to another man, Jimmy Singh's trailer park next to the Bostonian down Highway 6. By the way, Jimmy Singh, he's got a lot of money, and Hitchcock police work for him, and so does City Hall. But I got proof of that too. But let's don't go there.
I haven't heard his name yet either, so I guess I may base it.
Well, anyway, he owns the Bostonian. He owns a lot of property. He got $1.5 million appraised in taxes. Yeah. Well, anyway, long story short, I'm just tactical civics. You use the constitutional laws and use the laws right back on the people who enforce the same laws, and then not held accountable and unchecked for them breaking criminal laws against you.
That's what it's supposed to be, right? The whole protections against tyrannical governments.
Well, how many people do you think do what I do, sir?
I've been in municipal government for 20 years, and I think
that's what this is.
I've never seen that tattoo before.
But the numbers ain't changed. It's only 3% of Americans that do this.
3% that. I mean, for your organization, but I think maybe 4 or 5 people I've spoken to.
We have a great organization.
In similar organizations across the state. I've worked in the city government for 20 years.
We're not against. The Constitution guarantees a well-formed, regulated militia. I'm not involved with any right-wing, extreme 3%ers. I'm an elite 3%er. What we deal with is helping law enforcement on the borders, which I wish I could do it, but I'm too old. I'm too crippled.
It's a rough place.
And I don't think I could outrun the damn cartel, okay? They'd have my head in a minute. Or one of them 3%ers, you would probably use me for damn bait. All right? Leave me in the tent with no gun and say, we got you 6,
No, I understand.
Yeah. I got invited one time to go do that to help Border Patrol and the state troopers down there, Texas Ranger during the Trump administration, and I refused to go. I said, "No, you got, you guys, I'm old, I'm expendable,
I mean, yeah, I'm not as old as you, but I still feel like I might be too old for
Yeah.
it. It's a difficult task, then.
Okay.
It's a huge
All right.
challenge.
All right, you give me a 30-round AK-47. You give me about 100 grenades, and okay, maybe a bazooka or two.
Right.
Okay, some claymores. Okay, then we're talking business. I'll go. Hell yeah.
I understand.
But I never went. But that's what we do.
Okay.
And we're proud of that.
That's
The
pretty good. I
Texas-
mean, I'd say it's really nice to meet you, not under these circumstances, perhaps.
And not everybody's elite. And they have their own little. Everybody wants to lead. Everybody wants to be the boss. Everybody wants to think their command. I'm a leader here.
Yeah.
I teach people what I know and found out through Hard Knocks.
Right.
Everybody I know and I'm affiliated with. Okay. And I teach them how to do it legal. And with you don't need a gun. You don't need a gun for what I do and how I fight. And with tactical civics is feared by corruption and by corrupted officials and policemen more than you facing them with a gun.
Well, that's exactly it.
They'd rather have you. They'd rather let you have a gun. That way they could shoot you for the things that you do and uncover. What I've done, sir, is unlock Pandora's box.
Understood.
And threw the key away on them. And there's one thing you can't hide. It's absolute truth.
Right. Yeah, the truth will always come out eventually, won't it?
They can't. You
can hide it. You can try to.
Right.
It's eventually going to come out. Right.
You can bury it.
For a while.
You can bury it.
Yeah.
Okay. You can lock it up. You put it in prison. But they'll never have the truth. They can't have it back. And now too many people know about it. I've contacted the media. Nothing better than that happened to me.
Yeah, I understand. So yeah, let me get you my business card, and I'll contact Chief Broad as soon as we're done here, and let him know that you stopped by and you need to you need to get a hold of him, and he can set up a time. And what I'll say is, when you come back, when I come back the card, if he doesn't contact you within a reasonable time frame, he's busy, but none of us are too busy to help.
But
him.
I'm going to share something with you.
Yeah.
There was nights I was scared to death. After, especially with that tape I got, what happened to me in Hitchcock with that sheriff and the Hitchcock police.
Yeah.
I hid in the bayou at night.
It's a dangerous proposition, right? With the alligators. I mean, how desperate you have to be. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Hiding in the bayou. But see, I walked alone. And you don't know how strong that makes you. And then going through the 4 years of it, I'm still going through it.
Yeah.
I can't sleep. I've got insomnia. I'm not only eating drugs. I'm not going to tell you I ain't tried a few. I'm lucky I'm not shooting heroin or back into a serious drug addiction or off myself. It's self-execution. And then you walk a road so far down the road that you can't never walk back because it's too far to walk back. Yeah. And you find out about yourself and you go past the fear, and I'm past the fear now.
It's good though. It's a hard journey.
It's
an awful lot to have to do.
You know what I can do? At least I can get up and look myself. And all these guys that call them patriots and 3%ers and dressing up like soldiers and with their guns, and they put themselves on Facebook and they're Mr. Billy Bad G.I. Joe guy.
Right.
They ain't never done what I've done for Santa Fe or this county and trying to stop the tyrannical, illegal actions and the criminal actions against people. And I'm not the only one. I was told that by my new attorney. You're not the only one. Okay? So at least I can get up and look in the mirror and I say, man, I know who I am. I look at myself and be proud.
And you probably know who you are better than a lot of us do. I mean, to go through all that, I mean,
A
you
lot
have
of people
a
don't,
lot of time for
and then not
introspection.
knowing what you're capable of doing.
Right.
And
Yeah, 'cause,
knowing,
I mean,
and
it's
knowing
a
that
lot of challenges, a lot of
and
stuff to
every
overcome.
day that I don't quit, and I'm doing stuff like this.
Right. Well, exactly. Not
Okay,
quitting.
you're
going out
doing
there to make it
well.
better
You're
for people
doing
behind
something that you can do what others can't do.
you. Right. But you're doing it so that other people behind you hopefully have an easier time later.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
So that's great.
and I've been successful, and maybe even my bought off attorney. I'm not mentioning his name.
Yeah.
He knows who he is.
Yeah.
Told me that I have definitely made a difference. So guess what that told me? That they're not doing what they used to do anymore. They're knowing they met their match.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. I think also, I mean, hopefully,
or somebody that's not
hopefully
gonna,
as we go through time, hopefully we do generally get
Ju-
better, both
just
as people
like-
as a society.
just like what happened to me in JP2 when they said the prosecutor came out. I was expecting to see the judge after 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Had my attorney there. Courtroom was just packed. You ever been to JP2 court?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen the room, but empty.
Okay. Packed. Standing room only.
Mhm.
Okay, people. Here's the deal. You can pay $350 today. If you're guilty, not guilty, if you want to pay your fine, $350. It's done, over with. Doesn't go in your record. Everybody line up at the clerk's office. In the courtroom empty. But me and my attorney. I beat that ticket. It was dismissed.
Yeah.
So
That's what you're saying. I mean, when the truth is on your side,
when
it goes a long way. Right? But,
and
yeah,
it goes
but
along. It goes along with all the lawnmower tickets I got. It was so hard just defeating them.
Yeah.
Defeating them tickets and going back court.
And I was literally just for driving the lawnmower.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because it's got an engine, I guess. Yeah.
And I did it. Instead of paying the $350 ticket every time, guess what? It probably would amount a lot less if I'd done that, but it would have gone against my record.
Well, even then, if it's not a valid ticket, it's not a valid ticket, right? If you get it kicked out, then
The over expense of proving them wrong. So you don't win. You're still out of pocket.
right, it's still a lot of effort.
But you know what?
Exactly.
What did you prove by standing? What did you do by proving it wasn't against the law to drive that lawnmower?
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Okay.
That's why I say. I mean,
because I love what I did, what I was doing, and I knew as soon as I paid it, next time they see me, they're gonna keep on doing it.
Right.
They'll be in my pockets until the day I decide to die, or they shoot me, or I can finally get out of here and find me another county to go after.
Understood.
Okay. So if you can do this for me, sir.
Yeah.
Man, you'd be my hero. And you don't have to be my hero. You can go in there and
I don't need to be a hero. Hopefully I can be one of those people who works for the government, who does what they
you know
to
Terry
do.
back there?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Ask her if she knows me when I leave.
Let me give you my business card. I know you're wrapping it up.
Hey, man.
I'll be right back with you.
I'm going to turn this off, okay?
Yeah, no worries. You can keep it going if you want.
Well, I will. I'm probably going to say goodbye to my fans.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Just a second.
All right. Terry. She's busy. She's busy. But
she's always busy.
My time, I mean, known her a long time.
Yeah, really nice woman. Really.
Yeah. But, sir, I salute you.
Well, I appreciate you
really
coming
do.
in here. Well,
Yeah. How you doing? Huh?
Are you doing okay?
well, I'll leave you to it, but if you need me, you got my number, you got my email.
I told him, if you want information about me, I said, just go talk to Terry.
He assures me everybody knows him.
I just did my First Amendment constitutional audit.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to get permission. You know what I go through.
Huh?
You know what I've been through. So I'm not done. You know, I'm still fighting. You know, for get some compensation where I can finally move up out of here.
Yeah.
They're so corrupt. Just everything.
I didn't even recognize that was you. I've been so busy in here today.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You still look beautiful.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet.
Hey.
I needed to hear that today.
I tell you what. You're so sweet. You're gonna put Hershey's out of business.
Oh, get out of here. Bye.
Hey. Catch you later.
Huh?
What a nice guy.
Oh yeah, Alan's wonderful.
Yeah.
He is. He's the best thing, I swear.
He's going to do me a favor so I can do my constitutional audit on the police station and solve some problems with the new Chief Braun. You know I'm trying to do the right thing. And I'm tired of being a target. And I've learned a thing called tactical civics.
Yeah.
And it's how you stay within the boundaries of the law instead of losing your cool and getting all mad, you know, and being professional about what, but you got to film it that way.
Yeah.
It's different when it's where you preserve with whatever you try to do in the right way, and they won't make you a target when you do this. So that's why I got to do it now. And I'm not mowing no more. They finally put me out of business, even proving I wasn't never breaking the law to begin with.
Yeah.
Never got $1 back from them either. That's why I was here to see Joe Dixon before he retired.
Yeah. Well, you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm hanging in there, baby. You have a good one. God bless you. God bless you, sister. Okay. That was interesting, huh? Didn't have any problem. This is Santa Fe City Hall. I just did a First Amendment audit and trying to get some help by doing an audit on their police station, which I have had so much problems with. That police station, Santa Fe Police Department, Santa Fe, Texas. Justice Center, they call it. Anyhow, come up front and see y'all. Let y'all see a little bit where I live and how beautiful Santa Fe is. Okay? But see, it's Santa Fe. Okay. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a good one. I probably got the camera turned around wrong a minute ago. And kind of bright and I can't see my buttons to flip the camera around, actually. I'm going to turn the camera around here. There you go. Santa Fe City Hall. All right, folks, that's a wrap. See y'all part 2 of doing
the audit, if I get permission to do so, well, I'm going to do it whether or not they want me to or not. It's your constitutional right to film in public places post offices, anywhere that taxpayers are welcome to go in. That's where we're welcome. Public places, libraries, places like that. Y'all have a good one. God bless you. 3 up. Nomad out.